The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. And that's enough. This is the name of the show, what he said. Thanks for being here. For those of you that aren't familiar with me, I am the president of Massachusetts. I was elected unanimously by every voter, and I run the entire state. And there'll be free ice cream for everybody on Friday. I'm only kidding. That's a joke. It's not even funny. I'm known for not doing funny jokes. That's my thing. I'm sorry, that's your thing. Yeah, I get confused sometimes. I've been doing this for over 30 years now, both radio and television. Television, not anymore. I had a variety show called Another Night all over Massachusetts for about 22 years. Wow. We featured all kinds of local bands and musical groups and national celebrities, and we had comedy writers. We had 3 comedy writers and a full television staff. It was quite a thing. All during that time and into now, I've been doing radio. I use my voice as a weapon. And that's it. You know, I've been on 3 different radio stations in the greater Massachusetts area. How great, I don't know. Did their morning shows from 7 in the morning until 10 in the morning, 3 hours every morning. What the hell's wrong with me? I had to get up early for so long. And then when the podcasting world burst open, like the seam on a woman's, never mind. I got into the podcasting because someone told me, Ron, you should get into that. And I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I got into that, and I'm still doing syndicated radio stations across the country as well. And that's where I am as I sit today in this room. I come into this room once a week to do the television version of the radio version, although it's not like the radio version, because on the radio version I have guests. Here I just talk incessantly for 30 minutes. I'm not on the school committee. I don't sell real estate. I'm not an attorney. Nothing. I don't belong to a church in that sense or any. So this is a little different. It's just a guy that's been in the entertainment and communication field since before you were born. And that's it. And there's plenty of things I found in life that make absolutely no sense. And that's what I talk about. And that's what we have in common. We're all on the same boat. Unfortunately, that boat happens to be the Titanic. That's not a good thing. They had an exhibit excuse me for raising my hand, I wanted to speak. They had an exhibit in Boston. You know where Boston is? Yeah. Yeah. Right there. And they had an exhibit in their thing called the Castle or something. And inside they had artifacts from the Titanic that I assume were rescued because the boat sank. So I figured they were like articles of furniture and somebody's scrunchie. I really don't know. A couple of forks from the dining room that I don't know. I didn't go to the exhibit. It was an immersive experience. I don't know if immersive is the right name for a sinking boat, but that's what it was. Virtual reality or whatever. And you walk in and you see all these artifacts, and they have, I guess they tell you all about the life and times of the Titanic and those that participated. And I didn't go, but I assume that no one was really singing on the bow of the boat. And no one said, I'm king of the world, that we're aware of. I've said it before, but not in the context of that. So I don't know, and I think it's closed by now, so I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. Recently, I received an email, which is the only way anybody really wants to communicate with me at all anymore, unless it's an invoice. And even those I get in the emails. Anyway, it was an email from my high school. They have a reunion business going on where if you went to high school, after an appreciable number of years later, they will try to soak you for money in two ways. One is to support their academic lifestyle to which they are accustomed. I don't know. And the other is that they have this reunion thing where every maybe 10 years, those students who went to the high school that you went to, who just haven't let go yet, you're tapped on the shoulder and, do you want to buy the yearbook every year? No. We're having a reunion. It was a high number of years since I graduated from high school, a high number of decades. And they contacted me and they said, do you want to go to the reunion? Please affirmatively accept this invitation. By the way, that'll be $225. Oh, no, thank you. I had gone to one reunion in my lifetime, and that was after 20 years of graduation. I graduated from Teaneck High School in Teaneck, New Jersey. Well fitting, because the name of the school was Teaneck High School, and it happened to be in Teaneck, New Jersey. I don't know how they got that name. I had a nice high school life, as I recall. There were a few people that bothered me in high school who I wish would have died by now. And in some cases, my wishes came true. Because they were the real idiots, the real stupid people in high school, and I never really cared for them, and I didn't wish them well. They were most likely to die, and they did. Anyway, that's a dark side of it. So I went to this reunion, and I walked in there, and I went with my wife, and the first thing I said to her was, I think I'm in the wrong place. Because I didn't recognize anybody there whatsoever. I recognized some names, but they were only names to me. I didn't recognize anybody. A couple of people, that's two. I think there were about maybe 150 people there. Not everybody goes to a high school reunion. We had a graduating class of like about 500 kids or something, 300, 500, whatever. Not even a small portion of them showed up. But I went because I was just curious. I had moved out of New Jersey and into New England for quite some time. So I walked out. I knew absolutely nobody. Two people walked up to me and said, Ronald, because Ronald's my real name, and don't you ever call me Ronald. My mother called me Ronald, and every time she did, it was like I was in trouble. When you're in trouble, your parents call you by your real formal name, you know? You're Bob all the time, but if you do something wrong, Robert C.W., Robert C. Walrus III, how could you have done this? They get mad in full names. It's not I am so mad at you, sweetie pie. It doesn't work like that. So anyway, two people came up and mentioned my name, and I said, oh my God, because I had no idea who they were. And how would they remember me? What did I do in high school that was so memorable to these two people? Was it the day that I wasn't wearing pants by mistake? Anyway, so I went to that high school reunion, and I swore I would never go to another one again, even though they definitely will bother me every 10 years. Well, I recently got an invitation to this newest one, and now it's not only like a couple of decades, now it's like, oh my God, this is class reunions after like 30 years are nothing but depressing situations. they have the yearbook that you buy online, and it has a picture in it on the left in the yearbook of the kid in a black and white photo, how they looked way back, and I'm talking way back in the 60s and 70s. And everybody, by the way, everybody in the 60s and 70s looked horrible. Everybody, even the attractive people, looked horrible. So they have that picture on the left on this digital yearbook, which I subscribe to for some reason. I don't know why. And on the right is a picture of what they look like now. In every case, what they look like now was preferable to the way they looked 30 years ago. I thought, oh my, that's really like something's wrong. Well, here's the depressing part. They had so they had the reunion like 2 weeks ago. And then they sent me an email and said, here are the people that attended, and here's some photographs of them in the banquet hall and standing around and milling, and here they are. And they had the pictures of these people. They all look like they shouldn't be here anymore. Wow. I mean, nobody, I don't think, looks like when they're in their 60s or 70s, nobody looks like they did when they were in high school. Nobody. Your face gets fatter. You get wrinkles. Your hair is gone someplace. You look. These people look. And here again, on the left, they had the pictures of when they were in high school, and then on the right, the pictures of them now at this banquet from 2 weeks ago. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! And it scared the hell out of me. It scared him. It's like, oh God, this is what actually happens to people when they get older. Now, they could be perfectly nice people. I doubt it, but they could be perfectly nice people, but they don't look right to me. It's weird. I did something. I'm surprised they still contact me. Obviously, it's for my money, so I'll go to these things, but other than that, there's no reason for them to contact me. They had a picture. I sent a picture of, they wanted a picture of when I was a kid, when I was younger, and a picture of me now. So I sent the picture of me now was like this. The picture of me when I was younger, I found online a stock footage picture of a fetus. And I sent that to them. I don't know if they found that to be humorous or not. So this is what I looked like when I was younger. It's a picture of a fetus. And this is a picture of what I look like now. I don't know if when they received that, they actually put, I didn't see it in the yearbook, so I guess there is no sense of humor to be found in that particular subject matter. But class reunions at a point are not fun. They are depressing. They are slaps in the face. Here's your life. Look how refreshingly young and vibrant you looked. And now, now you don't have to have the high school pictures for that. You can, if you had picture taken when you were like 20 years old, and I'm sure you did. When you're 20 years old, you look like an adult, right? So much, sure. Everybody gets old. I hope you get older, because the ramifications of you not getting older are even worse. But when you get into your 50s and 60s and stuff, and you become a shapey thing, your shape changes. You're a shapeshifter. I said that very carefully. That's too much. That's too much of an awakening thing. And most people go, oh, I don't care. I'm still the same person. No, you're not. No, you're not the same person. No, you're not. You think you changed physically. You also changed mentally. And don't tell me you didn't, because you did, because I knew you then. I know you now, and you are different. No, Ron, our soul is the same. Stop using that word. People say they're soulmates. What, do you wear the same shoe size? What the hell does that mean? You're soulmates. We wear each other's shoes. There we're the same soul size. Soulmates means that you are somehow from the same, whatever, same egg. I don't know from the egg. All right, that's enough. We're halfway through the show. I killed half of the show here with that subject matter. Yeah, there was one kid who I hated in high school. He was a bully. Never bullied me because I was always tall, but I saw him bully other people, and he was just a nowhere guy. He was just he was pulled into the principal's office more than the principal was actually there. And yeah, in the yearbook it said that he had passed away recently, and that's a shame. that's a shame. There was a little blurb about him with the picture of what he looks like now, which is horrendous, and it said that his prior life was very, very difficult, and when he got into his senior years, not in high school, but senior years in life, that he finally found himself and was happy to be living life as a good person now. So he knew he was an idiot. He actually knew, but couldn't do anything about it. And I guess he wrote that, and then like a few years later, he died. So, what can I tell you? I know you don't care. I know what you're saying. I know you don't care. What I want to be when I grow up, thanks for asking. I would love to be a motivational speaker. I am motivated to be a motivational speaker. And the reason I want to do that is, there are two reasons. One, I want to help people out. I just want to help people be better people. Secondly, I can make a fortune out of it. I'm going to rent out an auditorium that seats maybe 1,000 people. And I am going to sell 1,000 tickets at $500 or $1,000 a piece. I'm not going to do the math because Alexa does that for me. So I'm going to make a lot of money, and I'm going to tour the country by doing this, renting out auditoriums and then selling tickets for them to see me on stage, pace back and forth continually. I'll be wearing all black and glasses with no lenses in them because it doesn't matter. I'm going to look like Steve Jobs. I'm going to look like Steve Jobs. And I'm going to walk back and forth on the stage. Because when you're on a stage and there are a lot of people in the audience, all you need to do as the presenter is to walk back and forth. It works really well. For some reason you look like, oh, look, he's walking back and forth. He must be special. And I will address these people sitting in the audience because they are there only because they think they're nowhere. Why would you buy a ticket to a motivational speaker if you didn't need that or if you didn't want to be motivated? These are people who are crying out to spend their money on me because maybe I have something to say. Well, you're taking your chances there, of course. So, sold out crowd. I'm on the stage. I'm pacing back and forth, and I do motivational speaking. And it's all the things that I know can motivate people to be a better person, but that nobody really ever would do. You can be successful. Find something that you have a passion for. Turn it into a business. Surround yourself by similar people that are positive. Network. Do network stuff, and then don't expect to be big overnight. There's small steps, but in a not too long period of time, you will see that you are rising to a greater wealth and prosperity, and it's all your business. You don't have to work for somebody, for a boss that says, go get me coffee or you're fired, that kind of stuff. You're your own boss. You chart your own life and your own course. like the Titanic did. And that's my motivational thing. I make you feel powerful. I make you feel like within yourself, you have the ability and the knowledge to become great and satisfied and wealthy. See, am I doing it to you? No? Okay. Okay, that's because you didn't pay. And at the end of the motivational speech, I would say to these people who basically have no life whatsoever, but enough money to listen to me talk, I would say to them, now, when you leave the auditorium today, this is the first day of the rest of your life, which is obvious, by definition, certainly. So go out there and get them. Find the people that will help thrust you there and go take charge in life. Grab it by the balls and go out there and be successful and find your passion full of love and happiness. And all the people get up, they leave the auditorium, they go to the parking garage, and they can't find their car. Within no more than 20 minutes to half an hour after departing the auditorium, it's like it never happened. They might even be in a worse off position because I motivated them into some type of a mental stress situation where, look, the guy on stage successful, me, I can't get anything done. That's not what I was doing this for. I was doing this, again, to help you out in life and also to make a lot of money, which I did succeed in doing. You being helped out in life, probably not so much. And that's why I want to be a motivational speaker. I can motivate myself as well, but as soon as I leave the room in which I am motivating myself, I am unmotivated. I'm going to start exercising every day, and that happens not at all. It's like every day is New Year's. You give yourself expectations, and then you don't. Success is discipline. That's what I figured out. You got to be disciplined. You have to do what you really think you're going to do. And not everything is going to work. You're going to make mistakes. But those mistakes are things that won't happen again. They're a learning experience. It doesn't work overnight. Unless you win the lottery. Don't do that. Don't win the lottery. If you win $1,000, $500,000, $1 million, great. You win any more than that, they're on your ass 24/7. Every marketer will come out of the cracks of the business world and try to get your money. The people that love you or want to be your friend, are they doing it because you're a wonderful person or because you have money and they're cozying up to your money? Do you like me for a person or do you like me because I have money? And you'll never know. You'll never know the answer to that. You'll never know. You'll never know. Then you have to hire security to protect your family so no one's kidnapped. People are going to try to steal your identity and your money. They're going to scam you. Don't win a lot of money. It's not great. Believe me. I don't know, but I'm assuming. And you know what happens when I assume? Yes, that's true. I don't even have to say it. All right. I don't know what to tell you. For every motivational speaker, you have to have a interesting childhood story to start out the motive. You can't just get on stage and start motivating people. You have to connect with them and show them that you're just one of them. You were one of them at one point. You had stooped down to their level at one point. And I would tell this true story of I was brought up in Teaneck, New Jersey, as I said, and I remember bouncing a ball, playing ball in the street on the side so I wouldn't be hit by a car. It was like near the curb. And I was bouncing this ball and saying to myself, what a wonderful life this is. Here I am standing on the side of the street bouncing a ball. But the ball took one bounce too many. And the ball went down the sewer drain, the sewer gutter thing there, in the curb. And my ball was gone. And I started to cry, and I ran to my mother, and I said, I've lost my ball in the sewer, the ball that I like to play with near the curb. And she said, there'll be other balls in life, my son. Next time, you won't bounce them so close to the curb. Mom, you're something. Mom, you're amazing. And I would tell that story, and the audience would be spellbound. And then if I started losing them, I'd tell them the same story all over again. And I would close with that as well. I would close with that story because that story is motivational, and it's tender, and it's human. I didn't say it was Tinder. That's something else. It was tender. Yeah, I'm going to be a motivational speaker. You know, motivational speakers also say you have to surround yourself, you have to network. You have to surround yourself with people who are of the same thought pattern that you are. I know of no one who is of the same thought pattern as I am. Not a person, not a thing. So that's difficult. Then I'm supposed to network. Well, when I try to network with other people, I realize something that I guess I kind of realized. They're all human beings. That's a bad start. How can I connect with other human beings? With these human race examples. I mean, I'm a member of the human race too. I do have a card. It's called a Social Security card. Makes you a member of the human race. But in order to share things with someone, you have to trust people. And I can't trust people anymore because social media taught me, don't trust anybody. They're all out to get you. They're out to steal your identity. Don't trust. If you get a phone call and they say, hey, give me some money because the Prince of Egypt has put money in your name. Just send me $5,000 and I'll send you $2 million. Oh, okay. I trust you. You can't trust anybody. They're all out to get you. Living now is nothing but a defense game. The motivational speakers will put you on the offense, but you got to remember, you're going to need the defense. And when you network with other people, you don't know who they are just because they have a business card and a lot of like letters and numbers after that. You don't know who they are. I get phone calls all the time on my cell phone. And this is how the calls start out. Hello? Are you there? And I hang up. I don't know who you are. Why would I talk to you? I'm not that friendly. And even if I was, why are you calling me? How'd you get my number? What do you want? Why are you calling me if you don't know me? Either you're trying to sell me something or steal something from me. Those are the only two reasons. Not because you want to network with me. So, that's the lesson. We have to be careful. We have to always look behind us and make sure there's no one there. So, motivational speaking, I think you're understanding why I'd be really good at this. I had a friend who passed as well. His name was Stephen Roy, one of the best friends I ever had. The best human I had ever met. Friend-wise. Best human. We were sitting in a bar one day, and he said to me, Ron, he said, what do you think the meaning of life is? I said, my God, Steve, that's deep. That's why I like you, because you're deep. And I said, I guess it's to help others, make sure the world is a better place than when you came into it. He says, no, that's nice, but no. He said, the meaning of life, the idea of life is to be happy, to enjoy the journey, to roll the windows down and breathe in the air from the highway. It's a bad analogy. He didn't say that, I did. But he said, to be happy. Ron, if you're happy, you're achieving. Be happy. Drive and thrive to be happy. So, okay, I guess I can be a motivational speaker. And I'll leave you with this last word. When I was a young boy, I was playing ball near a gutter, and the ball... you heard the story before. I'll see you next week. I wish you peace.